Hello again. My name is Lamont Henson, and on this edition of The Facts, we're going to be talking about easements and right-of-ways. Hopefully, we can make easements a little bit easier and give you the right info when it comes to rights of way. Now, some people may not even know if they have an easement or right-of-way. So we're working with some of our experts in water construction and electrical engineering to give you some of the do's and don'ts when it comes to easements and right-of-ways. Let's get into it. So what is an easement? Well, an easement is a permanent right for a person or party to use authorized land or property of another for a particular purpose. A right-of-way is the actual land or property that's being used. You may have a transmission line or a building of some sort that's located there. So now we're going to get into the facts of what we can and shouldn't do.
We need easements cleared just for access. We have a lot of equipment out in the field that requires a certain distance, and we got to safely access those pieces. Say for instance, transformers, we need to be able to open up a transformer door and safely work it when it's hot. In order to do that, we need an area of 10 feet. If we go to the transformer and there's a fence in front of the door, then we can't open it, we can't access it. So in times of outages at night, we're unable to safely get the power back on, which is going to take more time. The biggest problem with blocking our easements is we're unable to get equipment to those areas that we need to. Say for instance, we got a broke pole that's behind a house. If that customer has put up fences in the way of the easement, we can't get the truck back there to repair the pole and replace it. Some of the common interferences we see with right-of-way access is fences, landscaping, being bushes, trees that have been planted by the customer after the fact, after we've put things in. Buildings, some people put barns in the way, so we're unable to get to a pole because they've built a barn directly beside that pole. We would really like to work with customers when it comes to easement access. So if the best thing would be if they would call us and we would get an engineer or a tech to come out and speak with them and let them know what they can do in that easement.
We need our water and sewer easements cleared to help us maintain them and inspect them when needed, and also if we have any repairs to be made, to be able to access the line to do repairs. If the easements aren't cleared, that could slow the process up of making a repair in a timely manner for water or sewer lines. So keeping them cleared helps us know we can get in and access and make repairs when needed. We commonly see problems with easements. They could have, we've seen swimming pools on them or closer than they should be to them. Fences. Had run into some home additions that were built real close to the easement, which would impede us if we went to dig up and make a repair. Also, people sometimes when they are planting trees in their yard, they get them too close to the easement, and if we had to dig there to make a repair, they could possibly lose the tree. If customers plan on doing any remodeling around the home or fencing, swimming pool, things of that nature, the first thing they would need to do is check their plat or their deed to their property to see if they have any easements crossing their property. That way they would know and have an idea about how to go forward with their plans. Well, easements and right-of-ways are necessary for our system to run. Our sewer lines are grade dependent and flow by gravity, so sometimes we can't control where we want them to be. We try to keep them as shallow as possible for maintenance, and if we have to work on them, and sometimes that puts it down in the low-lying areas, close to the creeks, and it can't stay in the street all the time. Sometimes people might not even know they have an easement on their property. A good place to go would be your county GIS data. You can go on there and it shows water, sewer, electric, and storm drain easements.